Alright everyone, here we are with another video with Invest for Tomorrow. And to all the first time viewers and investors, welcome to the channel, and to all the subscribers, welcome back. All I ask for in return is for you to smash that like button to let me know you watch this video, and to stay tuned on in right after this chart analysis, because I have two ticker symbols to share with you guys that went up 30% plus on the day. I briefed on them over at the Discord in the morning, and I have a ticker symbol for you guys to add to your watch list that I've been talking about for quite some time, and things are seeming to turn around for this one, regardless of all the pressure on the downside that it's had because of the negative short selling and firms attacking it. I think it's going to get out of it, and I'm going to share with you guys why. But let's jump into ZOM Stock, Zomedica Corp, and if anything like those morning briefings and anything in regards to the Patreon interests you, the links are down below. You can join me and a group of intelligent investors, and you could be part of that group as well. And we're looking forward to have you join us. So the links are down below. But Zomedica, ZOM Stock has been going downwards. We've talked about all the supports we need to watch, 133, 140, and it's just fallen. And if it broke through $1, big weakness. And that's what's going on. We are below $1. 98 cents right now is our support. Anything below that, the next support is 85 cents. So we need to watch this carefully moving forward. The 50-day moving average here is 111, and our resistance is up here at 107. That needs to be broken through and turn into a support. But just because that gets broken through does not signify that the bulls have gained control. That right there just signifies where the momentum is going and that we're getting closer to the 50-day moving average. But super important to keep that in mind and bear that in mind. So we definitely are seeing here a big downward trend. So let me pull up some indicators here to look at and see if we can see some type of strength or weakness, because indicators aren't exact, but they help have some sense of what's going on, right? So when we look at the 30-minute, it shows like it wants to get back into oversold. It went into oversold deeply in the last several days, and it does this consistently. It hits it lower and lower and lower. Now, we're below in the MACD, so this has a lot of room to go upwards. And then when we put the 1 minute, it looks like it wants to reverse, but then it's pulling downwards on the MACD. We pull the 15-minute, things are kind of flip-flopped. And then when we put the 1 day, this is being up, yet it still has room to the downside based off the history, right, of these times that it's gone into the oversold area. It has room to go even lower before considering coming back up. And I'm saying considering if it even wants to, because this MACD has a lot of room to go downwards as well. It's been a while, right, since it's touched these numbers here. And this stock is just plummeting right now, right? And a lot of investors are bullish, and I respect that, but we need to be aware of these technicals here. How far down are you willing to hold? How far down are you willing to go? Like, you want to be aware of how far down this is going. And it seems like if it gets closer to 85 cents, we're getting closer to weakness, and we're already below $1 here, okay? I look forward to seeing your guys' thoughts. It seems like it wants to reverse on some of them, but when we put the 1 day, there's a lot more room based off the history of the chart. It could possibly be the reversal point, but if this holds below $1 and gets closer to 85 cents, it's something to be mindful of. If you learned something new, don't forget to subscribe. Click on the bell so you don't miss a single video that I post. Share this with your friends and community, and don't forget to smash the like button to let me know you watch this video so that I know that you found this valuable and informative and helpful. I appreciate it, and let's jump into those stocks. So the ticker symbol I want you guys to add to your watch list has been beaten down, right? I've been talking about it before, and I've talked about it again and again, and here we are to touch base on it again. But before we do, I want to talk about two ticker symbols I briefed on this morning, and they were basically both home runs. If you timed it well and you practiced, or you took a shot at it and you got in on time, you made the best of it, right? There were some investors that made more percentage than me on these plays because I was so focused on other things. I focused on my 5 to 10% in the pre-market or right when the market opens, and I call it a day after that, and I move on to the next move, right? But in the mornings, I brief on opportunities like the ones you're about to see. So this one right here, I talked about it in the morning, and I stated who they were. They're a blank check company that just announced this morning that they're going to partner with Grab Holdings, and it's a group of a public offering, right, through that whole entire SPAC merger. Now, AGC was need of volume and was falling in that need of volume. So that is something that was important. And I stated it was profit taking from those that were in before the news. And once the market opens or gets closer to the bell, we would either see this get beaten down or it will receive large inflow because the merger announcement news, which they were merging with Grab Holdings, which is the online leader of the Southeast Asia of online food. So we talked about it here. We needed to start watching it, and right at the bell, it kind of looked like it was going up, and it got torn down. It got beaten down in a matter of minutes, okay? It was dangerous, and I told everyone that. But if you timed it, and you use your indicators, and you watched it closely, you could have caught it at the bottom or somewhere around the bottom, and just within an hour or two, this thing ran up right here, a total amount of almost 10% to 15%. Pulled back and ran up again. So if you held through the day and just reached up to 15 or 16, you're talking about now a nice 15 or 30% in one single day, right? Because of the merger announcement. That's what everyone was waiting for. Everyone that's invested since 11 and 10 or down here or down here, this is what they were waiting for, this run on the merger announcement. And some of it broke even, and they would have either held and rode it back up, or they cut their losses or broke even. Whoever got in here, this is what they were waiting for, and this is what they got. So this was a big deal today. Big deal. Now, another one that I mentioned that was a home run. I mean, there was investors that actually made more than me on this one. I made my 5% in the morning, and I called it a day. So this is one that I briefed on early in the morning. I said, good morning, everyone. So a stock that has jumped on the news about therapy designation is VTVT. It is currently at 305 and the volume is picking up. I would watch for this to go back closer to $3 to $2.90 to see strength or weakness, and we need more volume, okay? And certainly that's what it did. It pulled down and it hit 287 right here at this point, right there, 288, 287. That's when I started actually watching it, took a position as it was jumping back up from 289 to 290. And I rode this back up right up here to 302. It says 302 here, but I actually was able to exit the position at 303, 304-ish. And then it started to pull back down. I forgot all about it because I was so focused on other plays. This hit a low here of 277, and it took off for the day to 357. I mean, if you do the math there, that was almost close to 40%, like literally, or at least 30% for the day. 30%. 30 to 40% for the day in just a matter of hours, okay? These are the opportunities we look for here on Invest for Tomorrow. So if you want to join me and the other investors, very intelligent, smart investors focused on a goal, which is to maximize profits and minimize losses, you can join me and the other members. We're looking forward to have you join us at the Patreon and Discord. The links are down below. So the stock you want to add to your watch list is Clover Health. They've been beaten down so hard. Now, this is how they ran when some news came out that was super important, right? Taking them up to the moon. And this news is a game changer for the outlook of this company. Even though they're being beat down by, different short firms and different firms of law firms and stuff, this stock has opportunity, especially after the news that made this jump. The news that made this jump is basically what's going to make Clover Health gain revenue over time and actually start having a nice earnings. And the fact that they can proceed with Medicaid and Medicare and being on that list of organizations that are going to participate with them, that's a big deal. These law firms have nothing, and these short sellers have nothing on what Clover Health can continue doing because they're continuing to have business. If they had a discrepancy or a real issue, Medicare and Medicaid would not even accept them on that list of organizations. So I find that very interesting. I think there's potential here, and anything below $10 is interesting to me. But I want you guys to be aware that there is the short seller pressure, the firm's pressure. So this is very speculative and very risky. But I believe Clover Health can get out through it, and their revenue is going to start kicking in. And if they're in this plan with the organizations for the next year, I think Clover Health has a shot as expanding as a company and hopefully leaving the short sellers in the past, leaving it as history and these firms that are holding them down, and hopefully they can just take them off, and it's going to make this stock run. So this is definitely one to watch. The lower the better, but high risk. As always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.